my guest today. Just invited him. You probably all saw him in the Discord called 38 Trades, but his real name is Devan. Devan, good morning. How are you, man? Can you hear me?
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah, if you can turn on your camera so everybody could, that'd be great. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. All right.
If I wasn't any smarter, I would say that you're a big Marilyn Monroe fan.
Yeah, the funny thing is, I don't like blondes, but Marilyn Monroe, she would get my time for sure. She'd get my time.
Actually, I have to give a shout out to Coach T. He's the one that introduced me and Devan, and I'm really happy to have met Devan because I'm happy to meet somebody who is willing to share his knowledge with you guys, that has been a full-time trader for quite a while now. If I'm correct, Devan, you have been full-time trading for like 4 years. And
yes, sir. 2019, just about.
I'm going to explain it the best. I'm going to say the numbers that you're probably going to correct me, but you are currently earning, between $500 or $1,000 or even $2,000 a day, something like that. So I would say that you have you said you have your own kind of proven strategy, and you're working with that. And
yeah.
Okay, could you please?
Yeah. So
Could you please give us a little bit of an overview, like how you started and why all these guys here and women and girls should listen to you?
So when I started forex, initially I started with stocks. I trading stocks. I got lucky. I got into a stock that went parabolic, made like 12 grand off of 1.5K. And so there was like, hey, there's this thing called forex. Try it. I was like, I don't know. I'm cool with stocks. I'm gonna try forex. So I tried it. He was showing me ICT concepts. So I was like, all right, I'll try to learn ICT. ICT, he sees the market like in and out. He doesn't even have to open up the chart. ICT just tell you where the price is gonna go. But ICTs were little at the time. Was a lot to take in because I didn't know what I was doing. I was just getting into forex. I didn't even know what a pip was, and my brother's trying to teach me. So I'm like, yeah, this isn't gonna work. So then from ICT, I studied that for a little bit, got steps from there, started learning like, all right, cool. There's signal group. I'm jumping some signal groups and see if I make it that way. I tried signal groups before. Yeah, you make money, you don't make money. I think they're all BS depending. Like you pay $50, $60 in group. I mean, it just depends. It's a hit or miss. I don't make signal groups no more. Anyways, I just tried different things. I was watching YouTube, right? I was watching different concepts on YouTube. Learn about indicators. Now, I don't use indicators because guess what? I don't believe in indicators. I don't think indicators like RSI is all because when you have RSI, price could be on the RSI way up overbought. And guess what? Price can still drive 30, 40, 50 pips. And then you're sitting there like, damn, this indicator, do what it said, like it was supposed to happen. So I don't know any indicators. I use tools now. As far as like my past with the indicators and all that, yeah, I used to use the stochastic, MA, moving average that I moved out of all that. Like my brother said, he's still good at trading. He used to tell me indicators are all BS. I know what he's talking about. Once you find something that works, which for me, I trade price action, breakouts, fake outs, and I wait for that structure to build. Hit my entry. That's all it is. Fake out structure. That's all you need. But I like losing money, and I was, everyone else when they start trading forex, like you lose money. Like me, I was losing real money. Like beginning, I was like throwing $25 from that stock into forex, losing it. Take another $200 out of my stocks. Boom, throwing the forex. Guess what? I lost all that money from my stocks. And so I had to start working. Like I kept working. I found another job. Now I just made like 12 grand. I'm just trading my stocks, get into something else. And then I had to find a job. Damn. So now I have no money again. So I'm going to have to find a job. So I got into started saving, got back into forex. Guess all that money, lost it. Kept losing. And then eventually, like I just started like studying charts because I was at my bottom. I was like, if I'm going to do this, I need to do this shit right. And I need to find price action. I need to do something like what people are. YouTube, one is not working. Signal groups, one or two, they're not working. Buying people's courses for $400, which I did. I bought a $400 course. It's not working because they don't teach you. You buy a $400 course, you go into the Discord server, and there's a bunch of people sending screenshots, freaking trying to be trade gurus and shit, So something had to happen. So actually, I was trading Bitcoin right before it hit all-time highs forex. I deposited 1.5K into an account with Auditorium, and I had everything down. I for a month and it was profitable. And so I was like, I'm live. I went live Tuesday, strategy, and $1,500. This is when Bitcoin was all time high. That's at 1,500 ended at 23 grand. What I was doing with Bitcoin, it was just bouncing off of my first entry, taking one lot entries. So I had 2 lots open, and then it just kept going. I made my 23K off of 1.5 in 6 days. And then after that is when forex really took off for me. My strategy, I knew like it was working and it was proven, right? Like I knew that shit was working. And so I started needing to learn to like manage the money. Before I would blow it by trying to like go full margin on my account.
Can I just stop you
I
right
was
there?
lying from that 23 grand.
Can I just stop you for a second? If I can ask anybody here in the audience, if you all can hear Devan clearly, just type in the comment if you can understand him, what he's saying. Okay, great.
Nah.
Okay, great. So we're in the clear.
Good.
Yeah,
So-
I'm listening. While I'm listening to you, I gotta say, can I just ask you one thing? I don't know if you mentioned it. You were completely and always trading and practicing and working on yourself on the live accounts, not on demo.
Yeah. So a lot of my practice came from live. I didn't do the whole demo thing. I've easily lost over, like in my beginning days, we lost over 10 grand, like real money. And I was down bad sometimes. Down bad. Like bills coming, house payment. And I'm like, bro, no job, like down bad right now. I gotta find out. It was a journey, but yeah. Like once you figure it out, and the money just flows. Like you can't lose. Like you do lose, but the losses are so small. Like let's see, since January 29th, I'll put it this way. Since January 29th, I've made, and that's not even today. I haven't taken a trade today. I'm at 7 grand, a little over 7 grand these 2-3 weeks. So I'm looking at 10K this month. So I have a 5-figure million.
I see a lot of people
I
in
don't
the
get too
comments.
many of those. So
I see a lot of our members in the comments writing that's exactly where they find themselves right now in this part of your story. They can relate. What would you say to them?
yeah, here, there we go. Yeah. So hey, people who are in that present journey, at least when I hit my stride, I felt it like for a week. I remember that week, I felt it like I was emotional. Like I'm not even playing. I was emotional like a female. Like I'll tell my wife, I was like babe, like after trading last Thursday, I feel some type of way about trading. Like there's some weird having, and ever since that moment, I think that feeling was just success was right there, and I felt it, and like emotional about it. When I think about it, that money and time you put into learning forex, yeah, I shed some tears. Like I still do when I think about it. I'm like, damn, like this shit's like, like, I worked hard for it. Like, I mean, I have my house, my bills, take my family out, cars. I mean, got the watch, freaking. I mean, it's not like a Rolex or anything, but it's still, a nice watch. I got like, get the Gucci sweater. This shit's nice. So yeah, like I mean, yeah. Once you how feeling, yeah, you feel emotional. I was like, I was crying to my wife. I was like, this, and she was like, better be put like 10 plus grand over all these years into it. So we got that money back, and that
Okay. What would you say is your main reason to do this? Why are you so happy? I mean, I know you said you're a full-time trader now, and is it the main reason why you wanted to become a full-time trader is to escape the 9 to 5, the grind, or is it to do something else, to work for something, to buy something? What was it?
Can't work for anybody. I can't do it. Even when I was in the military, I'm hard-headed, stubborn, and if something like a or something, we're gonna give us some bullshit like work to do, and we had some more important stuff to do. I'd call them when they're in trouble. Mouth always got me in trouble. So like, damn, I can't work for anybody because my mouth always gets me in trouble. Between the military, it got me in trouble. But yeah, 9 to 5, having all the time in the world to do what I want, like it's amazing. Like like I love my family, my son during the day. I spend with my family 100%. All this family because all my jobs were overnight, working warehouse jobs, and if they were during the day, you start at 12 and don't end till 7, 8 at night. I'm just to go to bed. Like there's no life in that. When I was working, I couldn't see me. And I'd be trading forex while I'm working. I found a little And I'd be checking my phone, like waiting. I would sit there for like an hour, 2 hours. They'd be looking for me. Then I pop out like nothing, like out of the bathroom or some work on some other shit. But yeah, like no, that night I had to escape it for one. Two, that's why I do this. And three, I like money. When they say money doesn't bring this, fuck. When I was broke, I was happy. With money, I can do like fucking, I can do whatever I want. I'm paying bills. I'm paying extra. Like, you know, I can pay stuff off. And that was all the best part about it. I had to pay debt, like debt. I had to pay. We were drowning, and that was my main thing, was the debt. On top of it. So financial reasons, yeah, for sure. So keeping the 9 to 5, family, and money.
Okay, those are all great reasons, man. And how did you find? Do you remember what led to you to find your strategy that works now?
So all the years, I don't know if anyone watches any YouTube people. Mamba's the big YouTuber that's out there. I watch him a lot to his clarity traders, algo he had going. When I started using that, something with his clicked, and then I was like, well, what am I paying for this? I know how to trade. So I took a little bit from his thing. I took a little from just simple concepts like support resistance type stuff and fake outs. A lot of things people don't see fake outs. Everyone just asked me how to fake out. It wasn't this morning. Oh yeah, no, I think it was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. Nas had a nasty fake out to the upside and it just whipped straight back down on the 30-minute time frame. But I do fake out because of what strategy. My thing is on fake out that happened on Nas. I'm looking at it right now. People would try to buy off the retest of the break to the upside. Me, I'm like the retest. My buy stop is going to that newly created high and go. If the stop was put there yesterday when I traded, it didn't get hit because price never returned back to that, and that's where that fake out. A little thing like that. I looked for resistance. I took a little bit of stuff from some people's like trading, but essentially kind of balled it into one. Like I do things by step, and that whole month years ago, that's what I was doing whole month when I traded before I went live again. I wouldn't lose money. That whole month I was tuning it. I was fine tuning my strategy. And so I do everything style. It takes me 5 minutes. I open up my stuff and I sit.
Okay.
It takes me 5-10 minutes to drop it.
That's fair enough. If you would be so kind, it would be great if you could show us. Feel free to share the screen and all so we can see it more clearly.
Let's see it.
If you guys have any questions, just drop them as you think of them, and Devan will answer them a little bit later.
So basically, I'll just use gold as an example. Wait for this to come. Okay, so as you see, so I like to start on the 4 hour because I day trade. I go to the 4 hour, the 1 hour, 30, 15, and 5. I don't focus on the higher time frames too much unless we are hitting like key levels, like kind of how we did this week. And I'll just take a quick peep at the higher time frames. But mainly the 4 hour is where I like to be. So what I like to do, I like to use the rectangle tool. And basically what I do is I'll mark up the previous day's low and the previous day's high. So we'll take yesterday, previous day's high and low. And just so I don't get confused, because I call them ranges, where price is ranging. Like on the 4 hour here, price is just kind of, it's consolidating, it's ranging. That's where price is trading. So I mark it up like that. And that's all I do for the 4 hour. Because all the good stuff happens on the lower time frames. So on the 1 hour, what I'm going to look for next on the lower time frames is going to be more consolidation, kind of like what's occurring here. And then you see how price dropped out. That's what I'm looking for today on something. But you see during Asian session last night and London, the start of London is where gold broke out of the 4 hour range. So we have the 4 hour. We didn't get much of, we kind of have it here where price was kind of consolidating there as well. So we have consolidation within consolidation, and that is what I like to identify, because you can have price trading through this 4 hour range, and on the smaller time frames, it's a huge range. So you're going to catch a move, whether it breaks out of the 4 hour or breaks out of this 1 hour. So now this is what we're looking at on the 1 hour. Since we have this 1 hour, I'm going to keep dropping down. The 30 minutes going to follow because it falls within that 1 hour range. The 15 is going to follow, and you just kind of see price just kind of floating in this same area here between 1990 and 1993, 4-ish per se. And then let's see. So now because we're ranging on the higher time frame on the 1 hour, so it's not always going to be the 1 hour. Sometimes I'll get consolidation on the 30-minute, and then I'll mark up the 30-minute, but won't mark up the 1 hour. In this instance, I would have marked up the 1 hour, and this is what we're looking at here. So this is the 5-minute time frame where I get my entries. Obviously, what you want to do is look left, but for today, when you look left, we have all this here, this wide range, which we may fill today, even if it's halfway. Let's see. Yeah, even if it's halfway, because right here is the 50%. This is the fair value gap of this whole move right here. This would be a premium sell if it sells off. But anyways, on the 5 minutes, so if I was trading this last night, I already had my trades in. But if I was trading last night and I saw this occurring right at London, you see how price broke out of the 1 hour range here? And it also broke out of the 4 hour range. I'm not going to enter on a buy here. And I'm not even going to enter on a buy here either. I'm not buying on the retest. Even though the retest occurred in this instance, it's a 50-50 chance like everything else. Me, with my strategy, if this is a true breakout and price really wants to continue, I'm setting a buy stop here. That's where my buy stop is going, and price will trade right through it if price is going to continue to the upside. If this is a true breakout of the 4 hour and the 1 hour range on the 5 minute time frame. The 5 minute time frame refines my entries, and then look what happens. I mean, this was news. Damn. Let's see. Yeah, this was news. And so this is where we are now. We broke out of the 4 hour, 1 hour range from yesterday, and that's where I would have bought. I bought way down at 1989 yesterday, and then I bought at like 1990, 91, and 92. I took 4 positions, and I closed right before news. But damn, that was it right there. We're gonna have to wait for another entry. Anyways, but that's all I do. It's gonna hit that premium too. Basically, that's all I do. I just drop these boxes. I identify consolidation zones, and then I get my entries on the 5 minute. Let's see. Yeah, we're coming up into that zone here. I didn't think we'd reach up here, but that's all I do. I mean, it's simple. It really is simple. There really isn't much to it. Like from the 4 hour, I just identify the previous day's high and low with the rectangle tool. And that's the range that we're trading, because the forex market is all about liquidity, right? Liquidity is either going to get traded into or taken from the buy side or sell side. Today, we're taking buy side from yesterday. Sell side liquidity they're saving the sell side liquidity. Obviously, we know there's that gap down here that everyone's waiting for. Where is it? It's somewhere down here, 18 something. But yeah, right now we're buy side, but that's all I do. I just use rectangle tool, identify consolidation zones, and then wait for the breakout of those consolidation zones. Excuse me. And then once you get that breakout, you wait for that structure to build, like this right here. See where price exhausted itself? That's what I like to see, because price has to exhaust itself at some point to continue. So if price wants to continue, boom, it's going to hit back to that newly created high. And that's what I do. Even though the retest does work, this is 50-50. What I do, it's 50. Anything in trading is 50-50. But this year, I mean, it's worked really well for me. I don't lose very often when I do it this way. And say I am down in a trade and I have to hedge, I'll just hedge my trade. And then eventually I'll hedge it back to that entry. But that doesn't happen often either. Usually I'm in and out. But if I was trading with my strategy during London last night, if I was awake, that's where I would have entered. 1995 point, I don't know, I like to be exact. 1995.6 is where I would have entered last night if I was trading. And then that's the reaction we got. So it's simple. You know, when I explain it to people, I feel like there should be more. And I really don't look at anything like extensively, but it hits. I smack trades daily, so the first trading tool, it really gives me some good entries. I haven't been using it lately. I've used it extensively in the past, like religiously, but lately I haven't really been using it. How can we get here? Right now, yeah, we're buying up. I should have just held my buys, but it's all good. I'll wait for another entry. Either we're gonna come down, kind of retest this. And another thing about these ranges, these consolidation zones I noticed is once price trades back into them, it usually will trade straight through them and then just go the other way. But that's basically all I really do. Now, for Nas, now look at Nas. You know what? I was going to play this too because look at this right here. Look at that gap. I was going to throw a one lot up here because of this gap right here. And I just didn't. Sad, sad, sad. Anyways, Nas yesterday, whoops, this fake out. Let me see. Because this is an easy example of a fake out, so I'm just going to use it to show you guys with my strategy. We have price kind of consolidating on the 5 minute. So if you extend it, yeah. So the consolidation starts right here. Now look at this fake out. On the 5 minute, breaks out. Cool, great. Like that's what we want to see to the upside. This is where my buy stop would be placed. Now, look what happens with price. This is why I wait. And this is why I don't trade the retest because look, price just traded straight through it. Eventually it came back, but you'd be waiting all day to hit break even or no, you'd be waiting. Yeah, you'd basically wait all day to hit break even if you took a buy here. But I don't play the retest for this reason. I wait for that structure. See these bearish candles? I put my buy stop here. If price wants to come up, it'll come up and hit my buy stop. And price would have went up yesterday, but it went down. Instead, it traded back into that 5 minute range and just kind of traded straight through it, bounced around, and then just kind of, Nas just did whatever. But right there, where is it? There it is. Right there, that's the fake out. On the 30-minute time frame, look at the consolidation. Actually, you couldn't even refine the consolidation. I was just throwing it up randomly, but that's the 30-minute consolidation. This is where the breakout occurs on the 5 minute. You would have to wait for that 30-minute candle before even thinking about taking a buy because that 30-minute candle, boom, just straight down. And then guarantee you people got wrecked yesterday off of that. Like straight up. Gold left us a little bit. But that's all I do. Do you trade imbalance? Nah, I don't worry about any of that. I don't worry about worrying about fair value gaps, imbalances. I don't think about the terms and I don't try to learn the terms. I'm just trading simple price action. That's all it is. Just simple price action. And there's nothing more to it. It's just I kept trading simple. Like, you see Wyckoff and you see all the freaking CHOOCH fucking marks and shit. You're like, fuck does that mean? Like, am I in a science lab or am I trading? Like, what does that mean, So I don't play into any of that. More so, it's just price action. Price action, price action. Where do I get my targets to where price is going to go? As with anyone else, you look left, right? You're just going to look left for liquidity, not on the 5 minute. Well, sometimes on the 5 minute, but on the higher time frames, yeah, just look for liquidity areas like here. Eventually, gold's going to come back and trade up into here. Eventually, gold is going to freaking trade into that gap that everyone wants it to go into, down into the 1880 something from like last October. But yeah, no, I don't trade anything like that. It's just simple price action. And I'm just using a rectangle tool and consolidation zones. That's all I'm doing. People try to make trading difficult. Like, it's really not that hard. They want to use all these fancy terms. Like, nah, like, you're making it too hard. Just throw up simple shit on the chart once you learn, like, what to look for and just move on with your day, Yeah, that's all I do. I mean, the strategy really isn't that hard. Some people find it hard because they don't understand why I won't buy, rather wait for my buy stop to get hit. But it's for that reason, for the fake outs. It all ties into itself. Like, imagine if I bought on a retest here on Nas, and I mean, even imagine if price whipped and came up to here and just went back down. I mean, you can play both sides, but me, the way I do it, I'm safe on the buy side. If I was trading Nas yesterday, I don't even have to sweat it. I wouldn't hit drawdown. I wouldn't even take a trade because maybe look for a sell, but not with the way Nas price action was yesterday. The only way I was looking for sells yesterday if it came below these levels, which it did not. So it just kind of bounced off of here. But yeah, no, I don't trade anything like that. It's just simple. That's all I do. Just the rectangle tool, look for consolidation zones, and that's it. And then how many trades I take a day? I could take 1 trade a day, 2 trades. My trades, if it looks like I take more than 1 trade a day, it's because I stack my trades. So say here, or actually gold, yesterday. Let me get rid of this. Yesterday, gold, I was stacking trades. I was waiting for price to just finally bottom out. And I think, yeah, down here it bottomed out. So with gold, I bought around here. Once price came down to here, I just threw up my buy stop here. My buy stop got triggered. And then once this candlestick pattern played out, I kind of trade this candlestick pattern, these two, where the 2 bearish candles come down and then price will continue up. I don't trade it often. I bought at 1990. I put a buy stop here. And then I had a buy stop like here and here. So I had those 4 positions running on gold yesterday, and I held up until, I don't know, maybe like 5, something around here is where I closed. But yeah, when I stack my trades, I consider that one trade. So in my trading plan, I have a mental stop loss. I shoot for 500 to 1,000 a day. Hold on. Yeah, I shoot for 500 to 1,000 a day, and I can make that easily. Whether I throw 4 0.25 lot sizes to stack my trades, or I just throw a single 2 lot or a 1 lot. I mean, you guys, I don't know if you guys seen some of no, you haven't, but on my Instagram my TikTok, yeah, like a lot of my trades, gold will run 100 plus. Sometimes I'll catch the whole move, sometimes I'll catch half of it, sometimes I'll take a little bit and I'll walk away, but yeah. And Shockwave, what assets do you trade the most? I'm just trading gold and Bitcoin. Gold and Bitcoin, that's all I'm really trading. Nas from time to time, like Nas, I've really wanted to take this morning. Someone that I know trades Nas, I told him, I was like, there's a gap on the 5-minute. And I said, I might just throw a 1 lot just because. And I don't know if he took my advice, but I like playing gaps. Gaps usually play out sometimes, not all the time. With Nas, that gap played out. I wish I would have threw that 1 lot up there. Kind of upset. And then so you use 5 minutes for entry, but 1 hour and 4 hour to find area value. It's not, well, the 4 hour definitely is where I begin, because that 4 hour price from the previous day is either going to get traded out of to the buy side, sell side, or you're just going to trade within that range. That is why I go to the lower time frames and find consolidation zones in the lower time frames, like the 1 hour, but there's not always going to be one on the 1 hour. So sometimes I'll have to drop to the 30-minute. If there's not one on the 30-minute, I'll drop to the 15. If there's not one on the 15, obviously where I take my trades on the 5, I'll have to wait on the 5. But more often than not, a consolidation zone is going to form on the 15 or 30 at some point, to where you can find your entry, switch back to the 5-minute time frame, and then find your entry there. So you're not always going to find zones on the 1 hour or 4 hour. And the 4 hour, I'm not even finding consolidation. On the 4 hour, all I'm looking for, or all I'm interested in, is the previous day's high and low. That's the only thing I'm really interested in for the 4 hour. Now on Nas here, on Nas we had this right here. Like people could have played this. Right here we have 1 hour consolidation on Nas, which it's trading back into now. And now on the 5-minute, it's trading back into this little consolidation zone from the 1 hour right here. But it's not always going to be on the 1 hour, the 30, or the 15. Sometimes you have to wait and look for it. Sometimes on the lower time frames, you're always going to get consolidation. So once the breakout consolidation occurs to the buy side or sell side, I wait for that fake out. If it's going to be a fake out, so be it. If not, then I'm going to take my trade. Even if it is a fake out, that's where my bias may switch for the day. Like, all right, well, we faked out to the upside. Price is trading back to the downside. Now maybe I should look for sells. That's how I look at it. Did you split your risk into the 4 trades, or was the 4 trades all the same lots? The 4 trades, they were all the same lots. So since yesterday, I only had a lot running on gold. And then I had a nice position on Bitcoin, but I closed it yesterday because the swap fees are crazy. It's like $24 for a swap fee. Successful. Let's see. Give me a moment. And then, do I think Nas will continue bearish? I don't know. And not that it's anything against you, man. But the way you have people that are like, oh, do you think Nas, or do you think gold is gonna buy? You think gold's gonna continue buying tomorrow? And I'll just be like, bro, I don't know. Like, no one knows. I don't know this shit. This is why we trade, like, to find out. Personally, bro, I don't know if Nas is gonna continue down. I really don't. Right now, we're in that area. Ooh, we're hitting that area, yeah. Nas can continue down, but in this spot right here, let me see. Whoops. We're trading back into this. See on the 5-minute, this is a little consolidation. Broke out. Trading back into it. So I guess we'll see what happens there. Here, there's also some order blocks. Nas could just come down and trade off of here, or even just trade down to there. But if it does come down, I'm going to be waiting for some type of structure. Right now, I don't see this coming down. It has to come below here for me. I mean, there's a lot of range. Yeah, there's a lot of range going down. But we're also coming up to here on the 15. We can just retest here, or we could trade down here and retest there. We don't know. We don't have confirmation yet on the sell side. So I don't know if Nas will continue down. But it looks like if Nas trades up, like Nas and US 30, kind of, I don't mess with them too much because I lost $5,000 like 2 years ago trading news with Nas. And that kind of hurt me. So I don't really trade Nas and US 30 like that no more. Mainly gold and Bitcoin. But Nas would have to come back up, kind of stick up here to break this low. If it closes bullish up here, then I could see, if it breaks here, I could see it coming down. But yeah, other than that, right now, there's no confirmation on the buy side or sell side for Nas. We're just kind of stuck. Yeah, we're just kind of stuck in between. Because we all know damn well, Nas and US 30, they're bipolar. They can just switch up and just completely shoot up. But yeah, so that's why I don't really focus on, is this going to be buying today or tomorrow? You shouldn't be focusing on, is price going to buy up or buy down tomorrow? If you have that mindset, personally, in my opinion, that's a losing mindset, because you're going to go into the next day, you're just going to be looking for buys. And once you see something that you think is going to buy, you're going to smash that buy button and you're going to probably lose. So I don't focus on if gold or Nas or Bitcoin is going to buy or sell tomorrow. I just wake up and do what I got to do. Try to make that money, wait for my confirmations, wait for my trades to hit, and hope for the best. But yeah, see, Nas right now is pulling up. What's gold doing? Gold came back to this. And it's not a fake out yet. See, if gold was going to buy, if it wanted to continue up, we'll see what happens. Let's see. My bad. I'm just going to set something real quick. I'm kind of curious about 2.5. Okay. Yeah, so that's all I do with the strategy. It's really nothing crazy. I'm just using a rectangle tool, identifying consolidation zones, waiting for a breakout of those consolidation zones, watching for the fake outs, and waiting for my entries, for my confirmation. It's really all it is. Yo, I just set money on gold to 200,765. That's not gonna work. How did that even happen? I don't know. I guess we'll see. We'll see if gold wants to continue. We still have so much range going up here. Yeah, that's how it is. I don't see any more. Does it benefit you to change the candles to lines? Mark up candles to lines? Nah, I just been using lines. I mean, not lines. I just use the candles. I don't really mark up support resistance. I don't really focus on that. I'm just more marking up consolidation zones, to be honest, and where price is ranging at. Yeah, range all this here, market waiting. We traded back into it. So also this wick was a telltale sign. I traded low, sure about buys, but if we do expect some downside on gold, this looks juicy right here. All these, especially with these candles, the way they formed. I'm surprised they formed that way, but yeah, no. Let's see. Do you use Trendline to help with entry? Nah, Trendlines, I don't really use Trendlines like that. Let me see here. Yeah, I don't use Trendlines very often. I mean, I don't really believe in them. They work, I guess, but yeah, I don't really focus on Trendlines, trying to find a good area like here. I mean, I guess they work. You could kind of incorporate it into something, but say you use a trend line for this bearish move and then price traded back above it. Maybe I could incorporate it into my strategy. I don't know. I just never really focused on using trend lines. So either price on gold right now is either gonna come back up and come down bearish and flip back down into here. Because from the looks of it, we're trading between 2007, well, buy side. We break above here, there's a little bit more, there's some more upside. We break below here, or even here. If we get an entry, some type of confirmation, we could continue down. But right now, gold, nothing. Nas might be setting up. If it already gone. Yeah, that was the entry right there. Yep, once that level broke, I knew it. Once that level broke right there. So Nas can probably continue down. I would say we'll continue down to, yeah, we're going to push it down to here. I don't know. We're going to push it down to there.
Devan, if I can just jump in. At the end of this, could you please just remember to share your Instagram and TikTok? People in the chat have been asking about it, and you mentioned it, so you can follow you what you're doing.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I apologize. I was focusing on that, and then I saw the questions, so Yeah, I'll get that in there right now. Let's see.
Did we just make you miss your entry, or?
Yeah, but when I was talking earlier, I was telling you guys that if this broke here, Nas was probably gonna sell, and yeah, it's already sold off. Pretty throwing a one lot, which I usually throw one lots with Nas. Yeah, it's a $300 move. But yeah, no, that would have been the sell side after once this candle came back up. I would have set my selling tree like here, but with Nas, I was hoping that this candle would have kind of stayed bullish and then it would have flipped. But with that candle flip, because it was bullish already, I would set my sell stop, and then on the flip, it would have got triggered. But no, I don't trade Nas too often. I can hit Nas, like, I'm always like picking out trades and I don't take them. But yeah, but this here, that 5-minute candle flip, yeah, that push down when it was bullish way up here, yeah, that was a good sell. That would have been a nice quick sell. But yeah, no, you didn't make me. I don't trade Nas too often. Yeah, let me get my Instagram in here. Let's see. Shockwave. How long do I normally stay in trades? It depends. So some of my trades could last 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, if I make over 1,000, like, I'm taking my grand and I'm gonna run. Like, that's that. But some of my trades can last all day. And the trades I hold longer are the ones where I stack. Like if I'm stacking 0.25 on top of another 0.25 up until I build a lot or two, yeah, I'm going to hold that trade throughout the day because I'm expecting the price to just continue going up. So it just depends on how I trade, whether I want to stack my positions, which I stack my positions more on Bitcoin. I'll stack on Bitcoin. I had this marked up too. It bounced right off of it. So I stack more on Bitcoin. Like I had positions stacked. Where was it? I had positions somewhere 51.8, somewhere around here. And so I was stacking positions here, and then I closed right before news. But yeah, I don't hold my trades too long. It just depends on my profit. If I'm happy with my profit, like if I hit my 500 to 1,000, or if I hit anywhere in between, above, below, like sometimes I'll have to close out and then I'll look for another trade and get my little bit more money that I want out of the second trade. But yeah, I don't hold my trades too long. Do you see Bitcoin pulling back anytime soon? No. I see Bitcoin pulling back. Bitcoin. Yeah, look where we're at. I think Bitcoin is gonna shoot up into the 60s. It's gonna take some time. I think Bitcoin up to the halving is gonna come up into the 60s. And then after halving, obviously we'll have a pullback, like probably a very, very strong pullback on Bitcoin after halving, but that's not until April, I don't think. So halving is not going to happen until here. So, but yeah, I think Bitcoin is going to trade up into the 64K range. We still have, yeah, between this area here, there's fair value gap up here too. There's a fair value gap in there. But yeah, Bitcoin is just going to continue going up. And I've been trading it these past 2 weeks. I've just been following it all the way up, just going on. And I don't even care if I hit drawdown. I don't give a shit, because guess what? It's Bitcoin. Like, you're going to make money either way. Let's see. And then the Instagram and the TikTok. So,
yeah, we're waiting for that.
You can search. So on Instagram, if you search both of these, you should find me by searching that. Let's see. Because both my TikTok, my Instagram, they're both the same. My TikTok, I try to put out some different type of stuff than the Instagram. I'm still working it out. Like, I'll do videos sometimes and I'll post them on Instagram, and then I'll do a speed up video, and then I'll post that to TikTok and I'll say, watch the full video, on my Instagram or whatever. So I'm trying to work that out, but yeah, so that's my Instagram, and then you can find me on TikTok like that as well.
And of course, guys, you can also... of course, guys, all of these sessions, recordings of all of these sessions that we do in the auditorium are going to be available on our YouTube channel, TradeLocker's YouTube channel. So when we edit it out, make myself prettier and everything, we're going to upload it on YouTube so you can check it out if you missed some of it. If you guys don't, I don't seem to find any more questions recently. Devan, if you could turn on your camera and we can talk a little bit more about your journey, and then we can catch up with you in the Discord server. So I noticed that some of the people came a little bit late in the auditorium. I won't make you go through all of the things you said. You said a lot of things, and I'm really happy for you, and I'm really inspired by your story. If you could just break it down in like 2 or 3 minutes. See a lot of these people writing in the chat that they're experiencing the same situations like you experienced, and what would you say to them? And that's mainly it.
Hey, if you think about giving up on forex, don't. There's a lot of people out there that'll say it's a scam. Like, yes, there's a lot of scammers out there. You just have to be smart. I luckily haven't been scammed by any forex type shit, but keep at it. Just keep at it. Keep studying the charts. Literally, I would make myself physically sick from exhaustion. Like, my wife would have to pull me from the computer, and I'd be falling asleep at the computer and looking all zombified and shit, like make myself feel like where I would feel sick to my stomach because of lack of sleep. Just study. If you have the money and you want to live trade, that's how you want to learn, do it. But other than that, demo trade. And when you demo trade, you can get in the mindset that it's live money. You can just keep trading it like it's live money. Like if I was to demo trade, I'll demo trade 3K, because guess what? I deposit 3K into my account every week. Or I don't deposit, but I keep 3K in my account every week. That's what I trade. So when I was testing the strategy, I was demoing with $3,000. That's it. I wasn't going 100K demo. I wasn't doing 100K demo because that's not realistic. But definitely keep at it. And like back test, you do want to back test. And if you do have something that's working for you, definitely test it on demo. But definitely push through. Like whatever you're trying to learn with forex, whatever's going to work for you, make it work for you. Make it make money, and then just hone in on that skill and just go for it. Like you can't sit back and just be like, yeah, I want to learn forex, open the chart up once a week and think you're going to learn and think you can replace your job with forex. It's not going to happen. You got to dedicate time to it. And that's the main thing, is time. Just dedicate that time.
Sorry, I didn't turn on the camera. I noticed that if I turn it off, the connection is better and we can hear you more clearly and see you more clearly. You mentioned you can get in the mindset that it's a real money on demo. I know that you can, but how are you doing it?
So the way you can do, like I said, realistically, what are you going to trade with? Like, what amount of money are you depositing into a live account? I think most demo accounts you can only do 3,000 minimum. I think you can, on some you can do 1,000, some brokers demos, but I'm not too sure. But the way to do that, and the only way to do that, is if you have a strategy that really works and you want to test it, you're going to open that demo. Like when I opened that demo to test my strategy and I was trading it like it was real money, I felt it because I was following my strategy. And when you follow your strategy and you see that trade go, it's going to feel more real, obviously. But the thing, it's hard because people who are beginning and learning, you can't get that emotional attachment. So that's kind of a hard thing for me to speak on because I don't have emotional attachment to my trades. I take my trades. If I'm in drawdown $700, I don't give a shit. I'm in drawdown $700 because I know it's going to come back, and I'm also going to hedge my way back. It's the emotions. You have to get those emotions out of the way. You have to keep disciplined. You can't be on a $3,000 account like me throwing 4 lots because you're going to get margin called like fucking right away. Me, I'm playing around with 1 lots, 2 lots, sometimes 3 if I like my account right now. I'm over $6,000 in my account right now for this week. So I've already doubled my money. But yeah, sometimes I'll throw a little bigger lot size if I have a cushion. But the demo trading, acting like it's real, you got to get that emotion out of it, you know? You just have to get it out. That's the only way that it could be done. Because that emotional attachment to money is what's going to drive that demo feeling where it's not real, obviously. But you have to get that emotional attachment away from trading. And that only comes with time and experience. So.
All right, man. Thank you. Thank you for that. I see a lot of people writing in the chat. Please let us know if this was helpful. Let us know if you found yourself in Devan's story. I'm going to sign off here.
Hey, Coach, I see you.
I'm saying goodbye from the TradeLocker headquarters. People over there also, they were messaging me and saying that they joined also to see what's up. Thank you, Devan. I think that this was really insightful. I see people writing very helpful, extremely helpful. We're going to keep doing these. And tomorrow we have Lambo Alex. Yes, he did it. He did one session last week also. I forgot to mention last week that Alex is also a full-time trader. He's been trading for 3 years. And with his trading success, I would say he managed to also invest in his business, his rental business. He bought 3 rental properties and he keeps doing trading as well. I know for a fact that Alex is preparing a really good session. He's taking this really seriously. He wants to teach you guys, and just like Devan here. So let me know if you want to hear Devan again, and we'll set up something. And thank you all for joining. Goodbye, guys. Thank you.
I think they say.
Cheers, man.